So I wanted to make this video today to talk about something interesting that I've been noticing in the AI business space. And I'm not talking about selling AI automations, selling AI influencers, or selling AI websites that you build with Lovable. I'm talking about something bigger that I see happening, right, within the next couple of months, even next few years. And this thing is AI infrastructures and selling AI infrastructures to companies. Now, what is an AI infrastructure? Well, the easiest way to explain it is imagine a company, right? Each company has different departments. They have HR departments, marketing departments, finance departments, sales departments, and so on. What AI infrastructure tries to do is come into the company and replace these departments role by role. So it's not like one-time automation that automates, contract sending. It's more of an ecosystem of different automations working together to replace a particular role. And we are already seeing it happen. There's a reason why people right now are scared of AI taking over their jobs, replacing them. It's because it's already happening. Companies are investing and looking into AI infrastructure to replace roles, full teams of people within a department with an AI infra, right? Because it's cheaper, it doesn't sleep, it doesn't eat or drink, it doesn't take holidays, doesn't take sick days. It just works 24/7, right? And obviously, the company would rather prefer having one person operate and manage this entire AI infrastructure that runs the entire departments compared to having teams full of people, right? That they have to pay massive salaries to. These people have to be taken care of and so on, right? Now, I know this might sound depressing and sad, but this is where we're heading to right now, right? This is just the reality. Companies, sooner or later are going to replace entire departments with AI infrastructure. And right now, the way it's basically working is AI replaces the entry-level roles. For example, take sales departments, right? You have sales development representatives, you have account executives, you have sales directors, sales managers, coaches, and so on. It starts off with SDRs, right? So the SDRs are responsible for booking demos for account executives. They're responsible for basically reaching out to leads, building out lead lists, and hopefully booking appointments for the account executives to take and sell the product or service. You've probably seen there's a lot of tools right now, a lot of softwares right now that let people send automated outreaches, that let people scrape lists of thousands and thousands of contacts in a matter of minutes, right? So right now, this is the first role that is soon enough going to be replaced completely, right? Because if an AI can get to a point where it's as good, if better, right? Probably is going to be better than an SDR who gets a salary, who gets bonuses, who gets sick days, holiday, and so forth. Obviously, companies are going to be attracted to the AI SDR. Right now, it's okay. I still think there needs to be a person behind operating AI SDRs, but it's okay. But it's only going to get better. Think about, I don't know if you remember the first time that video of Will Smith eating spaghetti came out and everyone was like, yeah, AI is never going to replace us. AI is, it's far, far ahead of replacing our jobs. If you've seen the recent updates on these video creation models, you've probably seen how good it got, right? You can literally generate entire movies with AI now. And you can't even tell with Sora, you can't even tell what's real or fake anymore. And that happened within a span of, I think, 2-3 years now, right? So soon enough, AI is going to get good at the role that you are currently doing. And the companies, obviously being driven by capitalism, are going to want to have an AI infrastructure replace you because it's cheaper, more effective to run. So I want to tell you, I don't want to sit here and tell you it's all sad. We're all, fucked. AI is going to replace everyone's jobs. I want to tell you how you can take advantage of it. Because you're either going to be the person who gets replaced by these AI infrastructures, or you're going to be the person replacing teams. Two sides of the coin here, right? Which one would you rather be on? Obviously, you can be the person that gets replaced at some point. I'm not saying it's going to happen soon, maybe a couple of years down the line. Or you can lock in, you can start learning about AI, how to build these AI infrastructures, and then in the future sell AI infrastructures to companies to replace different departments. So the way I would start off with this, and I currently sell AI infrastructures to B2B companies, specifically AI processing systems, where I generate them qualified sales opportunities, and they just pay me out every single time my system generates them appointments. But the way you want to basically start having a look into where and how you can sell these AI infrastructures is first by picking your industry. Look at industries, specifically high-ticket industries, right? Because this is where a lot of money is made in these high-ticket industries, specifically B2B. Look into these different B2B high-ticket industries. I'm not going to give you a whole list right now. You can go into ChatGPT. You can say, give me a list of high-ticket B2B industries, and it's going to give you a list. What you then want to do, and I just have my notes here, what you then want to do is basically, once you've picked a niche or an industry, you want to ask ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, give me the different departments, right, within these industries, right? So for example, let's say it gives you fintech, right, as an industry, gives you these different departments, usually found in fintech companies. And then you want to look through each department and then identify each and every single role within those departments. And once you identified each and every single department and a role within those departments, you then want to ask yourself, is there a way I can successfully automate, whatever role with AI, right? Can I build a full AI ecosystem? I'm not talking about one-time automations. You can sell AI automations if you want for now, but I think in the future companies will be buying full ecosystems. So this is basically a combination of different AI workflows using different models, using different softwares, all combined together to achieve one specific outcome. But yeah, look into these different roles and really ask yourself, is there a way I can build an entire ecosystem that does that role's job from point A to point B, right? From point A to point B. So, for example, I don't know, imagine there's a role in the company and their job is to, basically create pitch decks and custom proposals. So you can then outline every single step that someone has to take in that role to create a custom proposal or pitch deck. And then you reverse engineer that, right? You look at every single step and then you're like, okay, can I build a workflow for that? If so, cool. Now that I've automated this part, can I connect it to the next part, right? And then can I connect it to the next part, and so on. For example, with my AI processing system that I sell to B2B companies, we basically do everything from point A to point B to generating qualified meetings. We don't just generate meetings, we generate qualified sales opportunities. So what I did is I looked at every single thing that an SDR would have to do to generate an actually qualified sales opportunity. I broke down these steps, and then I've automated these steps one by one, and then I've connected them all together, right? And you simply do some small tweaks on there, you let it run, and it replaces the entire SDR team, right? So this is the type of AI infrastructure I'm selling to B2B companies right now. So this is how you come up with ideas for, what types of AI infra you want to sell or you might want to sell to companies. Pick a niche industry, look at the different departments within that niche or industry, look at the different roles, right? And then try to identify which roles you can automate, right? Because as I told you, the way it's heading right now is that first the entry level jobs are going to get replaced, then it's going to come to the next level jobs, next level, and so on until the full departments are replaced, to the point where companies are literally going to hire one person teams, or not even teams at that point. They're going to hire one person or pay one person a lot of money, while still less than they would for a full team of people, for that person to then install his AI infrastructure into that company. And then that company pays out that person every single month to basically rent out the AI infrastructure. Right? So they don't own the AI infra; they basically rent it out. The person rents it out to the B2B company. So yeah. Now, how do you get clients? How do you get clients, and how much you should price for this? So to get clients is fairly simple these days. You've got loads of tools available at your disposal. You've got a lot of free knowledge on YouTube available at your disposal. But the most simple way I can tell you, and if you want to have more detailed videos on client acquisition that you can watch on my channel, but once you've picked an industry and once you've picked a role that you can replace, identify the current pain points and problems within that role from the company's perspective. So for example, if it takes a lot of time, if it takes a lot of money, right? If you can save the money, if you can make them more money simply by automating that role, right? Do a bit of market research, and you can use GPT for this. There's a good GPT called Deep Market Research that you can go onto. Research all the pains, problems from the company's perspective on that role, and then create dream outcome scenarios. So once you've replaced that role with an AI infrastructure, what are some outcomes that the company can expect and would want? And once you have those outcomes, you then can create an offer. And basically what an offer is like a one sentence that tells the company what is in it for them to actually have a conversation with you. Once you have that offer ready to go, you use automation tools. You don't need to do any manual stuff. Search up how to automate cold emails, how to automate cold DMs, how to automate cold calling, how to automate LinkedIn. Find your target list or find your target prospects on whatever channel you pick. Just pick one channel for now and find the people that you want to target. Create a list, high volume list of 5,000, 10,000 people. Then use these automation tools to test your offer. Test your offer, see what reply rates you're getting, how many meetings you're booking, right, to have conversations with these companies, and keep iterating that offer until you find a sweet spot. And once you find that sweet spot that books you enough meetings, 2, 3, 4 meetings a day, then you sell, right? And I have loads of videos as well on how to sell high ticket products and services. So just learn how to sell. Once you learn how to sell, since you've already built out the AI infra, or you already figured out how to build out the AI infra, once you close a client, you basically do some tweaks inside your AI infrastructure and you implement it for them, and then you charge on a monthly basis for the company to use that infra. And obviously, if it actually performs, there's no reason for the company to leave you, right? Because you've come in, you've replaced the old with the new is actually working better. So there's no reason for them to ever leave you. Because if they do end up leaving you, they lose the AI infrastructure, right? So this is how you create stickiness with your product or service. Now, different pricing models you can go for is you can charge, monthly maintenance fee, monthly retainers. The best one, I think, in my opinion, is charging per results. Right, so I charge a setup fee of $3,000 up to $7,000, depending on how big a company is. Once I set everything up, whatever outcomes my AI system brings for the company, I charge them for it. So it's like credit-based pricing, right? Every time my AI system generates a qualified appointment, boom, I get paid, right? And obviously I negotiate how much I'm getting paid per appointment, but you get the point. I'm getting paid for every single appointment, right, that the system generates for the company that I'm working with. So yeah, for the next steps, if you are curious about how you can start selling AI infra, go on ChatGPT, copy a transcript of this video somehow, paste this transcript to GPT, and then start picking an industry, start researching departments and different roles, and then try to figure out step by step, reverse engineer someone's role to the T, and then step by step try to figure out how you can automate it, and then connect all these automations together as one workflow, and then go out and sell this AI infrastructure. But if you want more information on what it is I specifically do and how I run a six-figure AI B2B middleman business, then click the link just below this video. There's going to be a free training, completely free. Take it, watch it, and do whatever you want with it. If you're actually interested in getting coached by me one-to-one, then there will be a chance for you to book in a call. But apart from that, hope you found some value from this video. I tried to do more of like a sit-down, casual talking video, just kind of going over my my thought process about this whole thing. So, yeah, curious to hear what you guys think about this. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.